Right. Today's video we're going to take a look at designs people have sent me that have been inspired by the WangerFlange project. Let's start with Thingiverse. DAV88 has a WangerFlange inspired joint here. Thingiverse is open source, so anybody can go up and download the files, print their own. So that's worth. These are very like WangerFlanges I make. They're quite a nice interlocking thing here going on. I could see them working, and I think I don't know the details. I haven't got this link up on Thingiverse yet, but I think they click together, so that's nice as well. Here's another one, same guy. This is a slightly different version. I think these plastic tubes at the top slide inside straws, so this would be great for making models. What I might do is I might actually go up and get these files and do some 3D prints myself and see if I can't get some prints that will work with straws. It could be handy for doing test structures and stuff like that. Let me have a look here. And this is another one, which is he's changed the design on this one a little bit. Same principle, but he's got two components here now, the red and the yellow. All of these are two components, red and yellow, which is fine for 3D printing, but it probably wouldn't go into production because the two component thing is a bit of a ball ache unless you had this manufactured in two components. I think this is what it looks like he's doing. I can't rotate around this, and this yellow piece is hinged somehow inside the red piece, so it actually ends up as one free moving component here. Now this is, I'm sorry I forgot the guy's name who did this, and we've just got image for this one, but this is interesting as well, and this is again a bent metal version, but like a two-pronged effort. I'm not sure that this wouldn't bind. This looks terribly close to binding here. Again, you could maybe remove a bit of metal and fix that, but it does look a little tiny bit close for me. The only way you can test if they work is to build, is to get your hands on some and build something with them. A joint of 3, because 3 is the tightest, and if it's going to bind, it'll bind on 3. But yeah, this is someone else's. If you know who it is, if you're watching and you sent this to me, thanks very much. And just you can drop a name in the comments below if you like. Now this is an interesting one. This is kind of why I'm doing this video. This is by Ken, and he's done a wire version, and apparently a machine will just whop that out. An automatic machine will bend these in wire. Not so sure about the joint, if that would have to be welded or fused somehow, but Ken kindly sent me a packet of 3D printed these, so we'll have a look at those in a second. But we've got one more other to look at. That's this one. I can't remember who sent me this. Somebody just randomly sent me this saying, is this your design? And this is an interesting one as well. It's a single component piece, which is good, but it does use 4 per screw, so you're using twice as many, but it looks nice. The only other thing I can think about this one that might be an issue is that the holes are quite a long way off the centre. Mine goes up and forwards to keep the hole a minimum distance from the centre here. So you might what I'm thinking is you might end up with a big hole in the middle. Not sure about strength. Again, I would have to have some in my hand before I could analyse to see if they bind or if they work. But that's quite a nice idea. Let me go back to this one and show you the prototypes. Right, let's have a look at Ken's 3D prints. This is what they're coming out at. There we go. This is the small. This is equivalent to the WangerFlange that I have. So that these are equivalent sizes. Let's have a go up at that. Yeah, very similar looking, or similar-ish anyway. Ken asked me to see what I thought of them. Now initially, let's compare it to this. It's a similar size, but it's thicker. That's why this one is longer. Let me try and get this. Look, it's longer from here to here, because the thickness, this length of this has to be twice what that is. So that's my first thoughts. My second thought was, is this joint here going to be weak? So the only way to test really is to build like I say, a three-way hub. This is the three-way hub I built. So let's put it flat first. There we go. That's flat, and that's rotating it. It doesn't bind, so you could build a cube with that. I think, yeah, it looks like that you could safely build a cube, and that's kind of the minimum angle you need. Is you need to be able to hit this right angle. Now I'm getting some issues because this is so long. Yeah, I'm trying to see if you can see this. It's very tight to the bolt. The question is, would you get a spanner in there, or would you certainly maybe wouldn't get a socket on this bolt. Other than that, my thoughts about this angle here being weak. It's not really. It's a pretty robust thing. I think if that was tightened up, that would be pretty strong. You would have to have washers. See, I've put a washer on here, and the washer works much better. Let's just tighten that up. Yeah, I mean, there's no really. If it was fully tightened, would the wire bend if it tightened? But I mean, it's actually not bad. I think that's doable. This is my own WangerFlange design. So this is, you don't get, there is plenty of room to get a bolt on there. Now that's there's not necessary. You don't have to have a bolt on there. I use screws and fixings that go in the end, so you don't have to have a bolt. But it is handy if you. I think it is handy. But that's the standard one, and that's the bent wire version. Let me know in the comments what you think. Feel free to get in touch. Send us anything. Send us some drawings or 3D prints, and I'll certainly have a look at them. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.